Hello, my name is Joe and welcome to Matching Brackets. Today we're going to look at a tool that can save you a lot of time if you're interested in Linux, troubleshooting computers, or just experimenting with different operating systems. The tool is called Ventoy. If you've been creating bootable USB flash drives to test different Linux distributions, you've probably noticed that you can only put one operating system on a drive at a time. If you want to try another distro, you got to start all over again and erase the USB drive. But what if you could put multiple Linux distributions on one single USB flash drive? Wouldn't that save a lot of time? Well, that's exactly what Ventoy does. Today we're going to talk about Ventoy, and I'm going to show you how to use it on Windows and Linux. So if you're in the mood to learn a little Linux, let's get started. So what is Ventoy? Ventoy is a free and open source tool that lets you create a bootable USB drive capable of storing and launching multiple operating system images. Instead of rewriting the USB drive every time you want to try a different operating system, you install Ventoy on the drive once. After that, it's just a matter of clicking and dragging your ISO files onto the USB drive, just like you would any other photo, documents, or anything else. That's really the magic of Ventoy. Ventoy makes the USB drive bootable, and from that point on, you simply copy your operating system images onto it. If you decide you don't want one anymore, just delete it. Want to try a different distribution? Copy it onto the drive. There's no need to recreate the bootable USB every single time. The only real limit is the size of your USB flash drive. If you have enough storage, you can keep several Linux distributions and even Windows installation images as well, all on the same drive. We'll do this all together step by step, so don't worry if this is the first time seeing things. Now you might be wondering, how do you actually use it? Well, the process is very similar on each platform, so I thought the most helpful approach would be to demonstrate it first on Linux, then on Windows. So let's start by creating a Ventoy USB drive on Linux. Then we'll create a Ventoy flash drive on Windows. Then I'll tell you what I found out about the Mac. And then I'll show you what it looks like to boot into your Ventoy drive. Okay, here we are on the PC again, over on Harry Pewter, and I need to go over to Firefox, where I've got the Ventoy website waiting for us, and we're going to go back to that downloads page again, and this time we're going to download a different one. We're going to download the Windows zip. So let's do that. And back to SourceForge again. So we'll do the Windows zip again and download it. There we go. That's all we needed. Okay, so I'll stay here on the Ventoy page, minimize that. Then what we'll do is we'll go to the File Explorer. Where's my mouse? There it is. File Explorer. And you see I've got my Linux Mint guys here waiting for us. And here's the Ventoy with Windows. Well, we'll do the same thing. We'll right-click it. And we'll do a Extract All. And here's fine. Don't need to change the location. Here's fine. There it is right there. So there's the Ventoy folder. And there's everything that we need. And this is what we need right here. Ventoy to disk. So if you don't have your USB plugged in to do your Ventoy, now's a good time to plug it in, because we're going to double click on this file to open it up. And Windows is doing its thing. And here we go. This looks familiar. If you've watched the Linux part, we saw this part, and if we have to refresh, there it is. This is the version that we want, and that's what we want to put over here. So let's install it. The device will be formatted, yes. The device will be formatted, yes. Same thing we got with Linux. Okay, good. A double entry in the are you sure part of it? There we go. Okay, we got all kinds of booping and beeping going on here. So there we go. We're good to go. Notice over here it says Ventoy. And here I have my Linux Mint files. And I'll go ahead and click and drag them into the Ventoy disk. Okay, so now I got my 4 ISOs on my Ventoy disk. Okay, here you find me on my main production machine, and I'm ready to install Ventoy onto a USB that I have plugged in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go off to Firefox, to the Ventoy website, which I already have pulled up. And this is a good website to go ahead and get information about Ventoy. And this is actually what you're gonna see at the end, and this is what I hope to show you when we're done. So here, go up to the top, and we'll go to the downloads page right here, and we'll download. Since I'm on Linux, we'll download the tar.gz file, and we'll click on that. And it takes us to SourceForge, so we'll click on it again. And I'll download it and pop it in my downloads folder. So boom. There it is. It's all finished. So let's go off to that downloads folder in the files, whatever Linux distro you're working with. Downloads. Here are the ISOs that I want to put on my Ventoy disk. So here, there's the thing we downloaded. If I right click on it, you see an option to extract it, and that's exactly what we want to do, extract it. So now we get a folder. So we'll double click in that folder, and there's a folder inside the folder of the same name. So we'll double click on it. And the one that we're looking for is Ventoy GUI x8664, this guy right here. Ventoy GUI. So we'll double click it. And it wants me to sign in with my password, so I will. Don't look at my password, it's super secret. I'll say authenticate, and we pop up with this window right here. It's already noticed my USB flash drive, but if you're putting yours in now at this point, you might want to refresh. That's what this does. This tells you the version of Ventoy that you're going to be installing, and that's exactly the one I want, so I want to install. The device will be formatted. Well, that's okay. I'm not worried about that. It's empty. And it'll ask me again, the device will be formatted. That's great. Go ahead, do it. And there it goes. We have a new Ventoy USB. So notice down here it says update. So if you ever have to update this, you can. But I'm going to close this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the USB flash drive and just pop it right back in. Easier said than done. Pop it right back in. Oh, come on. There we go. And then I'm going to go off to my downloads folder. Notice here it says Ventoy. So all I got to do is click and drag the ISO and put it into the Ventoy disk. Okay, well there are all 4 Linux mints on my one flash drive. And we're ready to go with Ventoy. I'll show you what it looks like when we boot into the Ventoy disk in a minute. Okay, let me tell you what I found out about the Mac and Ventoy. Well, it doesn't seem like there's a native Mac program available with Ventoy. There is a version of Ventoy called Ventoy Live ISO. This one here, Ventoy Live ISO. And I thought I could download that, and thinking the Live ISO would burn onto a USB, and then I would need another USB to be my Ventoy disk. But that didn't seem to work out for me. When I made the live CD and I used Balena Etcher to make the bootable drive, it said it couldn't boot into it for some reason. So I don't know if it's a Mac problem. I don't know if it's a Ventoy problem. I don't know if it's just not meant to go on Mac. I really don't have any idea. The only option that I can think of that would be best is if you're using a Mac and you're trying to do Ventoy, you may need to see if you could borrow somebody else's PC or Linux machine to create your Ventoy disk and then take it to the Mac and see if you can boot into it. But I had nothing but problems, and from what I'm reading quickly at the time of making this video, it doesn't seem like there's an option for Mac, which is weird to me. So I'm not done investigating this yet. If I find there's a way to do it, I will do it, and I'll make another video. But until this time, I'm stymied and I'm stumped, and I'm going to have to call it quits with the Mac for now. So Mac users, as far as I can see now, borrow somebody else's computer to make your Ventoy disk. If anybody has made a Ventoy disk off of a Mac successfully and knows how to do it, please let me know in the comments so I know how to do it and make a video for everybody to see. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is I just want to reboot into my flash drive to show you what it looks like with the Ventoy all finished. So I'm back on the camera, restarting the computer so you can see what I see. There you go. Okay, 2 up. Apply those changes, will ya? Okay. And exit. And then it'll restart into the flash drive. And with all good luck, we should see Ventoy appear. Sure enough, so this is what you're going to see when you boot into Ventoy and you have a disk full of ISOs. So here you can see all of the ISOs, and I can move around with the mouse. Any one that I choose, Let's do 7. LMDE stands for Linux Mint Debian Edition. So let's try that one. We'll boot in normal mode. And we'll start LMDE. Always a good sign when you see Linux Mint on your screen. And there we go, Linux Mint Debian Edition. Here we go, and when you look at it, it kind of looks like the regular Linux Mint Cinnamon Edition. But the difference here is that it doesn't have all the Ubuntu reliance on it. It doesn't have any of the Ubuntu. It's just Debian. So just in case Ubuntu makes a move that Linux Mint doesn't like, they have a distro that they can go ahead and use without any hesitation. So it's a good distro, Linux Mint Debian Edition. If you'd like me to go over it, I certainly will. Let me know in the comments. But to be honest with you, there really is no difference between this and Linux Mint Cinnamon Edition besides the lack of Ubuntu. So there you go. Well, anyway, here we go. We got a working Ventoy disk, and I could install this if I wanted to. I don't want to. And we are good to go. Great. Congratulations. So now you have Ventoy. All you have to do is the same operation for each USB flash drive, and then click and drag each ISO onto the disk as you need it. From this point forward, you won't have to erase and recreate your bootable USB drive every time you want to try a different Linux distro. All you have to do is remove the ISOs that you don't want and click and drag the new ones that you do. I hope you enjoy using your new Ventoy USB flash drive, and I hope this video was helpful for you, and I hope it has earned your like, your comment, and your subscription. And if you'd like to see more, don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are available. But that's going to be all from me for today. Until next time, take care.
Coming back to me, my heart is hung up on what used to be. Time moves on, and then one day ancient history. Give me just a little bit of time back, baby. Can't you see? Couldn't we just go rewind back, baby? You and me, what a shame. I think of all the years gone by, all the years.